All around the world we go, all around the world we go. Y'all remember that Chitty Girl song where like Raven was like, I'm not finna put on no animal mask and hop in a music video and not be myself? Y'all remember that from the Cheetah Girls? Or maybe it's just me. Listen, it might just be me. Hey y'all, it's Ashley Bookishrealm and I'm back with another video. So this is a project that I have wanted to do for so long. If y'all have been following my channel for any period of time, you know that I have always struggled with reading from different perspectives. And some of you are probably like, huh? You read diversely. Yes, I read diversely from a Western perspective, typically the US, and people who are from the US, who are born in the US, or maybe some part of some diaspora. But let's be honest, I am not reading a lot of translated fiction. I am not reading a lot from people who are born and raised in the countries outside of the good old US of A. And so I noticed that in a lot of my goals that I always set for the year, I'm like, dang, I want to read more translated fiction. I want to read from different perspectives. I want to read, I just want to do better about it. And guess what? I still haven't done it. I'm good at reading manga, which technically is translated from Japanese, but it's got to go beyond that. We all know that it has to go beyond that. So I thought it would be a good idea if I took the opportunity to read around the world. And yes, I know that the number of countries in the world, it changes. In this, I'm just challenging myself essentially to read from as many countries and territories as I can. There is no end date with this. This is a project that I plan to take my time with. And this is also a project that is not something that I came up with. People have been doing this for years. As a matter of fact, there was an author out of the UK, I believe, who did this project in 2012, and she ended up reading a book from 196 countries, and there is a TED Talk detailing her experience in attempting to do this, how difficult it was for some countries because oral storytelling was a big factor when it came to some countries that she was investigating and looking into. There have been booktubers who have done this. Emma has done this. I will link her video down below. I believe the last video that I watched from her, I believe she was, I can't remember how far she's in now, but one of the videos that I have watched, she was 21 countries in, and so I'll link her video. There's another UK booktuber that I found that's also done this project, and she does it regionally, so it's not necessarily for a country, but she'll pick a region and she'll emphasize different parts of the region that she wants to read from. There are bookstagrammers who have done this. There are bookstagrammers who constantly read translated fiction, nonfiction from all over the world. There are bloggers who do this. So I don't want to step into this video giving y'all the thought or the idea or the perception that I'm the first to do it. I am not the first to do it. I will not be the last to do it. I am going to give homage to those who have come before me, and they are definitely the inspiration behind doing this, because I think that creating this as a challenge and really just opening myself up to experience outside of the Western perspective is going to be extremely important for me. I feel like I do well reading diversely when it comes to reading from different voices and perspectives here in the US, reading from different voices and perspectives of people who are from the US that come from a diaspora. Like, I do a really good job of that, but I think it's time to step out of my comfort zone. And this, for me, honestly, 100%, this is really stepping out of my comfort zone. I typically kind of read all over the place, but I know that some of the literature that I'm going to walk into, and this is going to be, you know, literary fiction, probably some a little bit more dense than what I'm used to. Enjoyable. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be enjoyable or that it's not well written or that it's going to be academic, but I know that it's going to be a touch different than what I'm used to reading, and that's okay. And I feel really, really comfortable with that. I feel comfortable with saying that it's going to be okay. I don't know how comfortable I'm going to be once I actually dig into this. So just a little bit about how I'm going to do this project. I plan on doing it by continent. So the first set of continents that I have chosen are the Americas. So I'm going to be focusing right now, here and now, on North America and South America. I have pulled up a list of countries and territories in North America and South America, and I have put them in my little suitcase. Isn't she cute? She's adorable. I think it's adorable. So I have a little travel suitcase, and in my travel suitcase, I have all of the countries and territories in North and South America that I will be reading from. I have already, even though I guess I should just put this somewhere beside me because, you know, child, I don't know how some people keep it together on video, because I swear I'd be falling apart any second, anytime. So what my plan is, you know, with my little countries in my little bin, I have already started kind of investigating and researching authors that were born and raised in these specific countries. And the reason why I wanted to really prioritize people who were born and raised in these countries is because while I appreciate and respect diaspora, I am part of diaspora myself. I think that it is important to read from those voices that have that lived experience. And I hope that I'm saying that right, but I just feel like that should be a priority, because what's going to end up happening is if I don't do that, I'm going to end up reading a bunch of books from people who, you know, like, okay, well, they were born in the US, but this, you know, these are their roots. I don't want to do that, because I've done that. I'm good at doing that. I know that I have read plenty of books of people who were born in the US and may have different roots or different backgrounds or different ties to different countries, but I really want to make sure that I am reading books from people who live that, you know, live that life, live in that country. And so I've done a little bit of investigative work on some of the countries and territories that I've come across so far, and cutting up, like writing them down and cutting them up. And with some of them I feel more comfortable because they are countries with books that I am more familiar with, books that I've heard of before, books that I've seen other booktubers read, and books that maybe I have come across like in college or when I was in high school. And some areas I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to push me and challenge me in unexpected ways. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when I went through some of this content, like going through and looking at the authors and looking at the books, I was like, oh yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but I'm really excited at the same time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm not even sure if that makes sense, but I am excited and nervous at the same time, because I think that I'm going to learn a lot about myself. I think I'm going to learn a lot about other people's experiences. I know that quite a few of y'all who watch this channel are international. And so listen, I might be hitting y'all up for some recs at some point, because I remember probably like a year and a half ago I had done, this is such a tangent. This is such a tangent, but I'm gonna go with it. I remember probably like a year and a half ago, I was asking like where people were from, and it was just amazing seeing like the broad spectrum of where y'all as viewers are from. And so I'm hoping that once I get to your country that I do you, I don't even know if I'm going to do you justice, but I hope I make you proud. I hope that I do something that is like, yes, thank you for, you know, pushing the boundary, stepping outside your comfort zone and reading something that you normally would not pick up. So the goal of this is to pick about 3 countries at a time. I was thinking I was going to do 4, but I know me, I know my life, I know how I move, I know things happen. So in my head, I was thinking like 3 is a good number. And I think that I don't want to push myself to where I get burnt out. The goal is to produce a vlog every single month, highlighting 3 specific countries, reading 3 specific books. Some I may do 2, it depends, but I think just as goal setting, as realistic, you know how they tell you like SMART goals. We're gonna set SMART goals. So the SMART goal here is 3 countries, 1 book per country. And I wanted to do like some cultural things with it in the vlog, whether that's maybe trying a recipe from the country, watching a documentary from the country, learning more about the history of that country. Like, I really want to immerse myself into it. Will this make me an expert? Absolutely not. No way. There's no way in hell that this is going to make me an expert. But I think that what it will do is at least make me appreciate the wide variety of experiences that people bring to the table. It will take me outside of the 4 walls that I'm used to living. And it's not to say like I haven't traveled, I haven't been around the world, but I'm going to be reading from places that I probably will never see in my lifetime. Like, let's be honest. Would I love to have visited a whole slew of countries? I might, you know, when I retire, that might be a goal. But for right now, like, working and having a child, you know, it's just not a young child. Maybe when she gets older we can travel a little bit, but I know that this will give me the opportunity to just see things and broaden my horizons. And I know as a community we talk about that a lot. We talk about reading diversely. I talk about reading diversely a lot. And I think that my flaw and my hiccup in where I've tried to read diversely or have attempted to read diversely is that I stick here in my comfort space in a country that I'm familiar with. Have I read outside of this country before? Like, have I, you know, I've read translated works from France, from Russia. I've read some stuff from Mexico, Canada, but a lot of the stuff that I'm reading still, and it's not to discredit that stuff, but some stuff is easier to find, and in terms of it's easier to access because so many people have talked about it. You know, that I don't discredit it, but it's like you're still not pushing yourself. You're still not challenging yourself. And to be someone who's such a big proponent of diversity, to be someone who talks about the importance of reading diversity, I have failed in this area because reading translated works is diverse. Reading globally is diverse, and I haven't done it. I have not done it. I wanted to do this project when I was a blogger. So this is probably like 2014, 2015. I actually had created an entire map, a Google map, where I was tracking the countries, the books, and then also writing a review and, you know, posting a review in that map. And, you know, I actually may still do the same thing, created an entirely new map and really just hone in on what I am experiencing. I think this would be a good thing to not only vlog, but maybe journal. I just want this to be something that I am proud of when this project is said and done. I don't know how long this project is going to take me, you know, because I may, you know, in my head, I'm thinking 1 vlog a month. So we're talking in between 3 to 4 countries a month. And it's a lot of countries, y'all. It's a lot of countries. It's a whole lot of countries, a whole lot of territories. And I want to get to as many as I can. This project may take me years, but I think that I can do it. I know I can do this. And I'm probably going to need y'all's encouragement along the way. I know Yanni, if you're watching this, Yanni has been pushing me to do better with translated works as long as I have known Yanni. Like, so I may need the encouragement to keep going, but this is something like, y'all, I want this so bad. So anyway, before I get into all of that, we are going to pick my first 3 countries from my suitcase. This suitcase is so cute, y'all. I'm glad I had it because I was going to use a mason jar. And then I was like, nah. I got a little suitcase at the house. Let me stop. I'm being so dramatic. Okay. So here's the suitcase. Here's the suitcase. Okay. All right. I have 1 sheet of paper. I'm so nervous. That's the 2nd sheet of paper. This was like my fate, and this is my 3rd sheet of paper. Okay, and on top of this, I did not include the US. For obvious reasons, I didn't include the US. However, I'm gonna leave this up to y'all. would you like me in this go round, since I'm covering, you know, the Americas, would you like to see me read a book from all 50 states, focusing on an author from every single state? I can do that, but I'm gonna put that decision in y'all's hands. I could go either way. I could not do it, I could do it, but I'm gonna leave it to y'all. Okay, first sheet of paper. Okay. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see that. You probably can't. So the first country is Panama. I cannot give you any authors or books. This is what this process is about. This process is also about not being ashamed of having to, you know, do some research, okay? And the second country is Paraguay. Do you see that? Okay, so I guess I'm going heavy like Central and South America here. All right. And the last, this is a long one. And the last one is Venezuela. Okay, this is all right. So our first three countries are Venezuela, Panama, and Paraguay. Okay, like I'm so excited. I'm so amped for this. I'm probably like, I look like a kid in the candy store. I'm so amped for this. Okay, so we will not be doing, so the vlog itself for these three countries is not going to drop this month. What I will do is the vlogs will start dropping next month. So you will get a vlog of me reading a book from Paraguay, Panama, and Venezuela next month. And then next month at the end, what I'll do is at the end of that vlog, I will pick my next three countries. And we'll just keep it rolling like that. I just wanted to do this one kind of as an announcement video. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, that makes me feel so cool. Like, this is awesome. This is awesome. All right, y'all, so that is it. Like, I'm excited to start this project. Like I said, you'll get the first video next month. I will leave links to all of the content that I found of people who've done this project before down in the description box below, because there's also a book club that's still going. I forget the name of the book club, but I'll make sure that I link it down below. There's a creator, I believe I wrote their name down. Hold on. I was taking notes like a studious child. Okay, Curious Reader, along with other creators, started the Invisible Cities project, which I will link. They are still doing this. I don't know if the creators who were originally on board are still a part of it, but I do know that Curious Reader just did an announcement where they pick are they picking, I can't remember how many countries they pick, but they are reading around the world and they make it a book club. They have a Discord and everything. I clearly am not going to be able to keep up with them, but for anyone that's interested, if you want it to be like a group thing, I'll make sure I leave that down. Like I said, Emma, I'll leave her video. There's a TED Talk with Anne Morgan, who's a UK author who did this project, and there are a couple other content creators who have done this project, and I'll be sure to link their videos down below. Make sure you check them out. These people are an inspiration. They are, like I said, Instagrammers, bloggers, y'all. All you have to do is Google. Google is free 99, and you will find so many people who've done this. So I appreciate them for, you know, creating the path for me to do this, and I'm excited to get it done. But as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, click the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. If you're looking for ways to support the channel, all the links will be down in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon.